Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to 91 Octane. My name is David, and in this video we're going to talk about 5 reasons why I hate my E55 AMG. Let's get to the video. Okay, so reason number 1 is actually the paint and the body rust problem. So all W210s and Mercedes of this era are known for this problem. What the initial problem is Mercedes came up with this new body paint which wasn't gonna cause any orange peel, but they also had to deal with the new EPA regulations for paints, and because of this they had to some things didn't go right with the way the paint was, and the cars after a couple of years in the rainy environment, so like if you lived up north it was a more common problem than down south, but the car started to rust wherever the paint was peeling. So for example, my car, there's a few paint peeling spots and the body's rusting underneath. It's a problem that they fixed in the W211 chassis and the cars after that, but the W210 is really known for rust, so if you're buying one up north, please check it out carefully. Okay, so reason number 2 is actually the wheel gap. So the Europeans models didn't have as big of a problem as the US models, but for the US cars, the Mercedes had to raise the car by about an inch with spring pads, and because of this car has some ridiculous wheel gap, which of course you can fix with coilovers or lowering springs, but the wheel height is ridiculous. It's about as much as my hand. I can fit it in there, so that's about 4 inches. It has 4 inches of wheel gap. It's like a truck. Doesn't make any sense. So yeah, reason number 2, wheel gap. So reason number 3 is with the door locks. Now I don't know if this is a common problem with other E55 owners or other W210 owners, but on my car, the door locks are super slow. And so unlike most modern cars where the door locks are electronic and they're it's like an electric motor that opens and closes it, these are actually pneumatic. So there's an air compressor, I think somewhere underneath the seat, and these are air controlled. So this back door is the most problematic. So half the time when I open the car, this door doesn't open, and then I have to go off on the other side, and I feel like I'm driving a 1980s Toyota or something, where half the shit doesn't work or something. So yeah, that's reason number 3. Door locks, they're way too slow, and half the time they sometimes don't work. Okay, the other issue that I complain about all the time with almost everybody that I talk to about this car is the automatic transmission. It's literally the only thing performance-wise that's holding back the car. It has one of the best engines ever, one of the best chassis ever made by Mercedes, and has one of the sloppiest transmissions ever put in Mercedes. Mine is very worn out. It's the car has 170,000 miles, so it's expected, but at the same time I do a lot of burnouts and drifts, so it's also my problem too. So yeah, reason number 4 is the transmission. Okay, so reason number 5, and the final reason why this car irritates me so much sometimes, is the exhaust. Now I love the exhaust tone. It's very burbly, it's very V8 like, but around between 1600 to 1800 RPM, it has one of the worst drones ever. I'll show you guys a driving clip of what it sounds like in about a second. Drone sounds like in this car and daily driving. So that's 1600, 1700. I am hoping this is picked up in the camera, but I think, yeah, there you go, right there. But before, when I had first gotten the exhaust done, I had gotten a full primary catback, so secondary cat delete, resonator delete, and a muffler delete. And by the time I drove home, I was ready to kill myself. It was so bad that the next day I went back to the guy and we put a magnaflow back into its place, and the car is a lot better now. It sounds more muscular, and Around 3,000 RPM, you don't hear anything, but daily driving around town, when you're, stop signs and stuff, when you get to the 1800 RPM range, the sound is like really annoying and irritating. Even though I just listed out 5 things I hate about this car, I still love it, and I'm pretty sure you have your own reasons why you hate your W210 or your E55, so put them in the comments. Let's see what people think. I'll see you guys in the next video, which I'll talk about 5 reasons why I do love this car.